Creative fatigue is going to be incredibly easy to solve if you understand these two things about meta ads. And the first process is understanding if you would want to see the exact same ad 50, 100, 150, 200 times. Obviously not. You've probably got a limit of 5 or 10 times of seeing the same ad before you go, God, this is just so annoying. This isn't for me. That is what we're trying to prevent with preventing creative fatigue and solving it. Creative fatigue, in essence, is when the frequency in your meta ad account, that little number that says people have seen it 2, 4, 8 times, is when that number gets so high that the average number of times that a person has seen your ad in the audience is too high to a point that all the people who are going to converted, and most importantly, most of your audience is becoming annoyed by the ad. When frequency climbs too high, the symptoms that you're going to experience is decreased click-through rate, which causes higher CPAs. Meta will see that you are getting less likes, less engagement, and less interaction per post, and they will charge you higher CPMs. And most importantly, you're just going to make less sales. And I want to clarify, the ad frequency that an ad can sustain, that number of how many times the average person within your audience has seen your ad, is not a fixed number. People can see the same ad 10, 20, 30 times and still enjoy it. This is showcased by the fact that memes are popular. Movie clips are popular. Now, to be clear, those aren't ads, right? They're things that are enjoyable to watch and are entertaining and don't try to sell you something. However, ads can have the same principle. Certain ads are more entertaining to watch. Things like Old Spice commercials, Duolingo videos, things like that can be entertaining, fun to watch, and can be watched many times before you get annoyed by the fact or think that it is an advertisement. A mediocre ad can start losing performance at a frequency of 2 or 3, while a fantastic ad, such as maybe a Super Bowl ad, can have a frequency above 10 and still be making consistent sales, which means that you can run the same ad for the same audience many months in a row. Last year, I was running ads for a supplement brand that was trying to run ads and get people to buy a new supplement. Shocker of all shockers, right? And our best performing ad, which had been performing for over 6 weeks, was an ad where somebody was just talking to the camera. It was super casual. They were sitting in their dining room talking about the benefits that they had received in their own life and then dropped the product. That's it. It was super simplistic. High production ads do not necessarily have higher creative fatigue limits versus low production ads. It's all about creating an ad that speaks to the right audience, is entertaining, and doesn't feel like an advertisement. Now, the mechanism behind this, and the second thing that you can use to fix your meta ads, is understanding how Meta actually shows your ads to different audiences as your budget changes or as time goes on. When you launch your ad, Meta identifies the highest performing audience by looking at your creative, your headlines, and your landing page to decide what type of person is going to be the most likely to purchase your product. That is why having clear targeting and a clear ICP within your advertisement helps perform better. Then they look at those ads, and those are your product aware people. Those are people who have responded to similar products within your same niche, potentially competitors, or your own ads if you have run them in the past. Then, as you increase the budget and as the ad has gone on longer, it will move to solution aware, which has a much wider pool of people, but need more convincing and more information if they are going to convert. Finally, it moves to problem aware or unaware audiences. This is the largest percentage of the population and is the majority of people. However, they need a lot of convincing and a lot of frequency before they are likely to purchase your product. A weak creative that only works on warm or already converted previous audiences is not going to have a high enough frequency and is not going to sustain as long because a very small percentage of the population can see it. And that means for Meta to consistently deliver you impressions, they have to show that same ad to the same people over and over again, and this will very quickly cause creative fatigue. There are 2 actual true fixes when it comes to solving creative fatigue in your business. The first one is quality. Understanding how to create a higher quality ad that converts a higher percentage of the audience or a less aware audience will cause you to be able to sustain higher budgets at higher frequencies for longer periods of time. This is most prominently displayed by understanding how to do targeting, how to create compelling advertising, and how to showcase a problem solution scenario without just talking about your product. Those are your primary quality drivers. Then, the second fix is quantity. Understanding how to create more advertisements on a weekly basis so that you can test more, get more results, and have a wider audience of people being shown different ads instead of being shown the same ad over and over again. If you want to make this even better, you can hit new angles, new creatives, new ICPs, and new messages with new creative batches. This means that you have an upper limit of thousands of different advertisements rather than just a few dozen. This will massively increase the quality of your ad account as a whole and the results that you're able to drive. And if you can mix those two together, have both higher quality scripts and creatives and have more scripts and creatives, then you will really be able to grow a Meta account that will do well forever. And don't forget about this one thing. Now, I can do all of this for you on a free trial and then on a performance basis. That means zero up front and then a profit split on the back end of the results that I'm actually driving. If that sounds interesting to you, then all you have to do is go to the first link in the description and fill out the form, and I will give you a call shortly after.